Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is J.G. Heithcock, the General Manager of Retrospect. Thank you for joining us, J.G.
Thank you very much, Fred.
Tell us some background about Retrospect. The company's been around a while. The product's been around a while, I guess, and there are some different corporate owners, that kind of thing. Give us the overview.
Yeah, that's right. Retrospect's coming up on its 30th anniversary this year, so it's been doing backup for a long time. We have gone through a lot of changes. It started off as two brothers starting up dance development. That was then acquired by EMC, and then it was spun out on its own for some years and has been recently acquired by Store-Centric.
So you're part of the Store-Centric family today. Give us the overview of the products Retrospect has. You cover a pretty wide range of products in the backup area for different types of customers.
That's correct. So we do have, what we'll call regular consumers using Retrospect, but the sweet spot is definitely small, medium business, anywhere from 2 or 3 power users up to, we have large installations like people like NASA and so forth using it. Now, in the large installations, we're not really enterprise backup, and in those places, it's usually by department. But that goes very well in terms of an overlap with, say, for example, Drobo. So the same kind of target market for Drobo is also used for Retrospect.
So step us through, for consumers, for home office, small businesses, tell us what the chief offerings are that you have.
So Retrospect does come in a lot of different packages, be it, say, our solo product, which, as the name implies, is for backing up a single computer. We do have a desktop product that can back up that same machine, but can also back up 2 to 5 different client machines, different machines. Now, these can be Windows or Mac computers. These can even be Linux clients. And you can continue on that on into backing up servers, be they Windows servers or otherwise. And we finally end up with the multi-server where it can back up any number of servers, any number of Windows client machines or Mac client machines.
How are you different from the various other backup solutions that are out there?
Well, one thing is that Retrospect is a full package. It's a full backup package. It can do both archive as well as doing duplicates. And another thing that's a kind of a difference, there's a lot of cloud specific backup packages that do a great job. We don't want to ding anybody, but that's definitely what they're about, right? You're going to back up to the cloud. Whereas Retrospect, you can back up locally, which is a much faster restore, but then you can do transfers up to the cloud or some other offset venue. And one of the things that I like to stress about Retrospect is that you own the data, you own where it is. And if you decide, or if, say, your service that you're using decides its business model needs to change, no problem. You can just migrate that data without needing to do another backup or anything like that, and copy that backup set in its entirety to another destination and keep going.
Terrific. And ease of use is always an issue, especially in the small offices or for other consumers. Tell us what you've done to make it simple enough for anybody.
Yeah, no, and it's a challenge. And because Retrospect does have so many features, it can do all these things that what we'll call enterprise backup software can do. There definitely is a challenge for us to try and keep it, to continue to keep it as easy to use as possible. One of the things we've recently been putting in is management console. This started off as just part of the normal UI, but we're moving that up to the cloud so that people can tell their backup server, hey, send this anonymized, analytics up to the cloud, and then you can see it from any browser at all, even on your phone. And we're going to continue pushing that kind of management into the product so that people can actually do management of the Retrospect server from the cloud. And this is a very, I don't know if you've seen the screenshots, this is a very pretty interface that actually conveys a lot of information. So you can see what's going on at a glance and then take action on that.
Now, being part of the same company with Drobo, how does that work to your advantage here?
Well, as I've already said, the Drobo market and the Retrospect market, they go hand in hand. So it seems like a really great fit for us. The fact that Drobo is also that easy-to-use product, it's easy to set up. Retrospect works with Drobo right out of the box. We've been working with Drobo as a partner for a long, long time. And so it was a great opportunity for us, and we think for our customers.
And if we can just describe for people, Drobo can be a network attached or a locally attached storage device holding multiple drives.
Yes, they have both. And one of the big features of the Drobo is they call it the Beyond RAID technology, where you don't have to know anything about RAID. You don't have to decide up front, well, what kind of RAID package am I doing? Am I doing RAID 5? Am I doing RAID 1? You don't need to know what any of those words mean. You just put in drives, and then the Drobo will take care of doing all the magic that's behind the scenes to make it appear to be one larger thing. You can also do some of the things that RAID can give you, where you can have one drive fail, two drives fail. It's just a checkbox. So it's a great package that has a lot of features, and yet makes it very easy.
What should your potential customers know about how pricing works?
It's hopefully easy to figure out. One of the things that we do is we bundle a lot of the features together, so that if you want, whatever your needs are, you can just go and get that thing that's going to cover your situation. You don't need to go and pick things out one by two. And again, we start with something like $49 for solo, and go all the way up to multi-server, which would cover pretty much any small medium business, no matter the size.
So at $49 for solo, step us through how someone would use that.
So you can go and buy it online. You can just go to our website, and when you put in your order, you can download the software, set it up. We have tutorials online. I understand you're going to be doing a lab review. You can check out some of our tutorials to go through this, and hopefully you don't need them, but they're there if you do. And you'll go through, you're going to pick out where you're going to store your backups. Again, you can store your backups either on local drives connected to the backup machine. These can be NAS drives that are somewhere else on the network, or they can be up in the cloud. We also have support for tape, though that's not included with solo. Few people are needing to do that. And once you pick that out, you can create a single proactive backup script. And this is a policy-based backup where Retrospect will go and look and see what your backup situation is. And if you want to be backed up, every hour or every day or every 3 days, then you can just tell Retrospect that's what my policy is, and then we'll go and we'll make that happen. And if we see that your machine's available and you haven't been backed up that day, we'll do the backup when it's there. This is really important for people who are running around with laptops and so forth, where they're not always there, right? So let's say your office has got a mini or something like that that's going to be your file server. You could have Retrospect running on that. This is actually what I do in my home environment. And then whenever people open up their laptop, they're going to do something for 15, 20 minutes. Retrospect can come in and say, oh, you're available. I'm going to do the backup right now. And you don't have to worry about trying to schedule something where it's like, oh, and I have to tell Jan to, make sure that she leaves her laptop open or I won't get a backup.
Interesting. So are you providing cloud storage solutions at all?
Right now, today, what we are doing is we provide support for the person's backup, because most people have the thing they're wanting to use already, or they have a very strong opinion about what they're wanting to use, right? So we now support something over 20 different backup cloud destinations: Google, Amazon, Dropbox, many, many more. You can see that on our website if you're interested in which specific one we do. And again, the value is you get to decide where it's going to be. This is your data. And if you decide, and again, as has sometimes happened, a cloud service provider says he's getting out of the business, you can just go, great, no problem. I'm just going to transfer the data from this to another cloud service or back down to a local destination. It's all the same to us.
Very interesting.
And one last thing. This is encrypted. Retrospect does do AES-256 encryption. So again, the data is up in the cloud. It's protected. It's safe. It's not relying on the vendor to take care of this.
For more information, where's the best place for people to go?
Retrospect.com.
Just as you would expect. J.G. Heithcock, thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you very much, Fred.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C. Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on Crane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love Crane.